Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody doing in Dixieland tonight? Before we get started, please remember the views and opinions expressed in this broadcast are not necessarily the views and opinions of the SCV, its GEC, nor any divisions, brigade, camps, or any other subsidiaries, strictly those expressing them. How is everybody doing in Dixieland tonight? We got a good show for you planned. We got some news. And I think it's going to be a good laid back show. I have a quick announcement. So the last Thursday of every month, we're going to be doing our, for those who didn't catch the Monday show, kind of our Christian-centered episodes. So we don't really have a set Monday, but I wanted to set the last Thursday of the month for those Christian episodes. So that's what will be happening in the future. So stay tuned. Thank you all for watching that episode. It meant a lot to me and Connor. And golly, it just feels like the camera is so close. Can I do something about that? No? Okay, there we go. Just, golly, that just was not flattering at all. Y'all don't need to see that much of me on your screen. But it is good to see everybody. Good to see everybody. We are currently in the last stages of the news uploading. So I'm looking forward to a fun night, if you will. But how is everybody doing? I see that we have a couple people in the chat, and I'll get to y'all in just a second. We will be talking shortly. Let's see here. I got something popped up on my screen, and Instagram hasn't been working, so it's good to see Instagram is working tonight. Let's see here. Dr. Mitchum, good to see you. 5th Brigade, good to see you. Al from Camp 155 of Tennessee, good to see you. Charles Ray, good to see you. Chuck McMichael, past Commander-in-Chief and the Lone Ranger, good to see you. Good to see the Hartsteel Camp in the chat. I love the Hartsteel Camp. They're great at sending stuff in. They actually sent in something tonight that we'll be talking about. Derek Glover, good to see you. Derek Glover also sent in stuff for tonight. So we got a good crowd tonight. I'm looking forward to a fun, as I said, event. Let's see here. I will make sure to get that sent to me. Like, the fun thing about doing the show is honestly forgetting about the your own camp news and completely forgetting about sending in my camp news. And so I'm trying to find my camp poster for our event in January. I know I give everybody a hard time, then here I am forgetting my own camp's news. There we go. It's loading. All right. So, how is everybody doing? Huh. Okay. Golly, first turnaround doesn't work for Jason while I was at my camp meeting, and it took away all the comments there for a second. And I don't know about y'all, but that freaks a man out. I was scared. Just to double check, are we still live? can never be too sure. Good to see the Brigadier General J.J. Alfred A. Mootenkamp 778 in the chat. And good to see the most sharp-dressed man in the SCV, past Commander-in-Chief, Paul Gramlin. Or Paul Graham, if you ask some people. I'm sorry, Commander. It's too good to not talk about it. It's just great. Oh, gosh. Man, I've been dealing with some SCV stuff all day. And please, what am I trying to say here? This has been a weird start, hasn't it? I'm obviously rusty. I blame Jason. Jason's the one that's texting me. I love blaming Jason whenever he's not on. It's the highlight of my day. But do help us out here. I'm still just swamped with work. So share this episode out with me. And let's talk about some things before we jump into the news. I do love those episodes where we kind of just talk about stuff in the SCV. If you can't tell, if I look like I'm still tired from Monday, I am. I'm looking forward to the middle of December. For those who don't know, my farm is entering in a busy time period right now. Normally, it's a bit after you get everything ready for winter, it can be a bit more relaxed, but it's a blessing. We had some puppies, but it is time consuming. And so I have not been able to do a lot of things that I normally would be doing. So I'm going to have to step it up this next couple of days to make sure I get everything done I need to. It's going to be a long day tomorrow. I see J-Bo still texting me. So J-Bo hasn't started watching yet. So J-Bo hasn't started watching yet. And I just want everybody, as soon as you see J-Bo's name pop in the chat, just act like we haven't been talking about him, even though I told him that we have, just to see how many of y'all play along. Oh, good to see Missouri in the chat. We got some news from Missouri tonight as well. Al, good to see you from Lieutenant General Richard Taylor, Camp 1308. Randy from Camp 1315 out of Pensacola, Florida. Be careful. It's confusing enough to some folks. I'm surprised I've never done it. My brother's last name is Graham. And so when I first heard someone, and this is before I of course, met you, Commander, and heard you introduce yourself. And I was reading the veteran, but for some reason it didn't click that it was Graham Lynn. And for the longest time, I thought it was two things. When I first heard someone mention you, because I'm pretty sure one of the first national reunions I actually, wrote notes and paid attention and wanted to make sure I knew what was going on was Florida. And if I'm not mistaken, that was your last year as Commander-in-Chief. And when I first heard your name, I thought someone said Paul Graham. And I was like, oh, that's cool. I wonder if he's somehow related to my little brother. And then I actually saw your name in the veteran, and was like, oh, it's Gremlin. But for some reason, for the longest time, I put a B on there. So it was gambling. For some reason, that stuck with me all the way up until I became friends with the past commander, and we talked more. And for some reason, it stuck in there. I still put a B in there sometimes on accident, even though I know how your last name is spelled now. I just thought the B was silent. I'm not even going to lie to you. That's what happens when you put the dyslexic kid in charge of typing. For the past 30 years, the SCV has come up with various ways to spell my last name. Fun fact, the first time I appeared in the Mississippi Division newsletter, the Jeff Davis Legion. No, I'm having a brain fart. But the first time I appeared in the Division newsletter, I was actually called Forrest S. Dawes Jr. And I was like, no, that ain't it. I am a Forrest, but we've never done the junior thing in my family, as far as I know. We've always just named each other after various family members, and of course, General Forrest's name obviously stuck with 3 generations of the Dawes men now having that name. But Yeah, people have come up with creative ways to spell my name. So people don't see my last name often because I go on by Moose on here. And for simplicity's sake, my SCV social medias just have Harrison SCV. So for those who also don't know, when I am uh, promoted and stuff, I like my middle initial to be in there because my dad does that, and I feel like it's pointing to the fact that I'm named after General Forrest, my family's history with that name. It means a lot to have that F in there for me when I'm doing SCV stuff. So it's Harrison F. Dolls, and of course, I just started doing that, trying, of course, again to honor both my family's history and the general. But people will forget the F all the time. They'll misspell dolls to an extreme. Someone thought it was Davis and that I was related to President Davis, and had to tell them no, no, no. But I definitely understand the various spellings of the last name. My own camp has misspelled my last name before. People in my brigade have. People in the Mississippi Division that have known me since I was a cadet have misspelled my last name. So I know the feeling. Just call him Paul Jr. No, sir. I know Commander Gremlin is a junior, but for some reason, I only put the junior in if we had him on for his SCV career episode, and I put the junior in that, I think. But it's kind of the same thing with Larry. I both forget y'all are juniors. That's on me, but I've just always known y'all as Paul Gremlin or Larry McClooney. So I've always been a bit shaky. My dad has also had that problem. Yes, everybody forgets how to spell Forrest or Draws. God bless him. Bless that man. But Dawes is misspelled in my hometown. When I was getting my high school diploma, they had to check a couple times they got my last name right. Same with the awards I got in high school. I got the highest award my high school has to offer, and they almost misspelled my name on it. And of course now people are getting the dolls right, but as I said, I like the F in it, so now people are forgetting it. It's just one of those funny things. You kind of just have to laugh it off and just keep on going. Charles, I have definitely mistyped your name a couple times. I have went to. I had you wrong in my phone for a while. And if you actually go back and look, and I think I've corrected it, but the first episode Charles came on, I also misspelled his name. I misspelled Chuck's name. I misspelled Dr. Mitchum's name in spectacular fashion. I still don't know how I got what I put on there, but I butchered Dr. Mitchum's last name. It was rough. And no one told me. I just sat there the whole day, and we're getting ready for the show, and Dr. Mitchum just was like, "Hey, you spelled my name wrong, right?" And the funny thing is I spelt it right in the bio for the episode, but I spelt it wrong on the thumbnail for the episode. And so it was one of those, oh, you gotta be kidding me. And again, no one told me. That's that's the sound of a man that has happened to way too much. Well, that's a good point, Commander McMichael. You call him Paul Jr. because you knew his dad. Just like people that don't know my grandfather call him Forrest, even though he's never really went by Forrest. He always went by his middle name. And Dad's and me and Dad go by our first. So it's a bit weird. And then my brother goes by his middle name, not his first. No, Victor, I have not misspelled your last name yet, but give me time. You know what the bad thing is? So I am deputy chief of Heritage Promotions for the Mississippi Division. So I sent that post out there. Now I did not write this one. At least I didn't misspell it personally, but I read over it like 5 times and did not see that the G was left off your name. So you can officially blame me. I'm supposed to. I post all the stuff for the Mississippi Division, and I read over the stuff that's sent to me. Obviously, didn't do a good job. I've struck again. Oh, I have a past commander in chief that I've just refused to get his name right, so I do apologize. But I'll go fix that after the show. As I said, I didn't type it though. I will say that. But I did. Please don't tell me it's wrong on everything. I'm pulling up the Mississippi Division page right now. I have to see this. This is about to be glorious. I spent all this time making that post. Yep, sure enough, Gremlin. I know you're not Commander. I'm one of those people I can take criticism because I joke about everything. I don't think I ever can't take a joke most days. Past Commander in Chief Jason Bo Shears, the mighty T-Rex is in the chat, so everybody stop talking about him. Is the S missing on your name? Let's see here. Okay, well, I didn't make that one. But he has a list. My name's on there like 5 times. Hey, I made you a nice graphic. I did make that for you. I'll add the G on there. Let's see if it's wrong on every one. It's wrong on that one. It's wrong on the event promotion. Is it wrong in the group? Let's see here. This is just the joy of Look Around is. Let's see here. Yeah, you're just Charles. It was excellent. If it makes you feel better, one camp thinks I go by Forrest, and so they'll say Forrest Dawes is coming. But since they don't add my dad's middle initial, because my dad also adds his middle initial to everything. So, point of preference, if you want to make us smile when we're coming to stuff, make sure you put Harrison F. Dawes and Forrest S. Dawes, since there are 3 Forrest Daweses. We all have added stuff to our name to make sure there's no confusion. But one of my camps actually did put Forrest Dawes is coming. And I was like, well, you're not wrong. But I think everybody's going to be disappointed when it's not the division commander. It's me. Yeah, no, Dawes is also spelled different ways depending on which side of the family. The family that stayed up in the north kept Dawes, and my Confederate ancestor, he dropped the E. So he's the first one that went by Daws. Okay. I didn't do that one. But as I said, you know, I'll take the blame for it because I haven't been rereading post. I've been just happy to get stuff out. Been swamped. I still got stuff I need to submit for the SCVs, some projects I need to do. They're all going to be getting done tomorrow. Let's see here. But he's making a list. My name is in it like 4 times. Because I feel like any way you can misspell the past commander in chief's name, I've done it. It's impressive. So let us all just say a private, let's hope that Harrison gets it done right. So let's keep the most sharp dressed man's sanity intact. Maybe one day. But we do have a first bit of news and some prayers. Past Commander-in-Chief Jason Boshiers points out that Mr. Fred Gilham Sr., the man who sold Elm Springs to the SCV, has passed away. He was a great member of his camp. His son and grandson are also members. That's a sad thing. I don't know if I ever met Mr. Fred. That's a piece of history of the SCV that we have lost today, and we are all eternally grateful for Mr. Gilham for selling Elm Springs to the SCV and giving us our national headquarters, and just all the stuff we've been able to accomplish with that. So we'll all say a prayer for his family. Sanity, you could make an argument Sandy went out the window when you were elected commander-in-chief, because I don't know if anybody takes that job has any sanity. I tell everybody, I feel like I've lost my sanity being a brigade commander. Any higher than that, I feel like I've just gone crazy. Indeed. Yeah, well, I mean, we do have a couple crazy people in the chat that have been commander-in-chiefs. Dr. Mitchum says sanity is vastly overrated. I'll agree with that. I think I've started to lose mine as the show has progressed. I think when we first started, you could see that I was somewhat normal, and as it's progressed, I've just slowly lost my mind. Like, this just stays in my office now. And like anytime I'm doing SCV work, I put it up against the clock so I can turn and laugh at it. Oh, the S on my dad's name, it's his middle name. So my grandfather's the only one that doesn't use his middle initial, simply because he goes by his middle initial. But even when he is forced to go by his first name, he goes by Forrest Dawes. So my dad goes by Forrest S. Dawes, and I go by Harrison F. Dawes. But you'll have to see if you can convince Dad to tell you his middle name. I won't spoil the surprise. You can talk to him about it this weekend. You can corner him up. The first thing, please, first thing when you see him, just go up to him. So what's the S stand for? Oh, that'd be great. Oh, gosh. Sanity is overrated, I can tell you that. We have been live for 25 minutes. No S, no food. No S, no food. Oh, yes, please. Yeah, no, someone that I graduated with asked me what the F in my name stands for, and I was like, Forrest? And they're like, really? I was like, yeah. There's actually people in my high school that had no idea that I am the child of Coach Dawes. And I was like, how? He has pictures of me on his desk. Oh, we just thought you were on the basketball team. And I was like, well, yeah, I am, but there's a picture of us in the Grove. It's surprising what some people, like, if they can't comprehend it, they won't think about it. Like, again, past Commander-in-Chief Paul Gramlin's name. Sometimes people just, for some reason, that's his name. And so they'll spell it wrong with confidence. Again, I've done it many times. So that's great, though. Sanity, give it a drink and put it on the front porch. Yeah, no, if you get involved in the SCV at any level, really, you'll either slowly lose your sanity or you just kind of put it in a box immediately. As I said, I still remember I still remember when I was elected adjutant, my first office in 2019, which is coming in closely on a 10-year mark, which is scary. That I underestimated how much work went into camp adjutant. Everybody told me it was an easy job. They lied. They lied. And I remember just slowly losing my sanity. And it has continued to just be lost as I take more responsibilities in the SCV. I have lost it. It's gone. It is a distant cousin. Bob says, greeting from the 8th Brigade in Florida. Y'all got easy last names. Try mine. I could tell y'all some stories. I bet you could. Golly. Yeah, mine's only 4 letters, and people will add letters. They'll take them away. You can lose your sanity or cause others to lose theirs. I think that's kind of what this show is. Look around. It's not like the Monday show. It is basically look around's a test to see if I can make people lose their sanity. It's really just been an experiment that me and Connor have decided to do. And I think we're getting there. So, well, I'll get back with y'all on the test results. Oh gosh, but man, I'm just popular tonight. Y'all help me remember to send out a notification about my next brigade meeting. Now an email. If this is the same thing. Yes, it is. Oh yeah, but it's been a good busy week here in Mississippi. I'm very proud of the Monday show and how well it's doing right now with our most recent episode. I'll grade the test. Thank you. I'll make sure you get them. But for those who don't know, I guess that would be a good thing to talk about. I need to make sure to grab it. See, I forget to send stuff into this show all the time, and that's why I try my best to be nice when it comes from other people, because I understand it. You'll forget about something immediately. But let's see here. That did not help. That did not help at all. So I'm just getting one more event. Make sure I remember it all. That's extremely close up on Instagram. Stop talking about the Instagram. Let's not talk about the Instagram. Let's just not talk about it, because I do look rough on Instagram. Because I mean, like, I can't show it to you, but it's just not pretty. It is ugly. I do not like that. Do not like that at all. And I want to thank GCB for telling me that, because I told him that in confidence last Monday, that I didn't like how I looked on Instagram. So I can't thank you enough for that. Experiment, is this why you put me in control last week? Oh, wait, that's what y'all were talking about before I got on night. Yeah, that is true, actually. We wanted to test how quickly you lose your sanity. I planned the episode to black out. It wasn't you, it was me. For those who don't know, the reason the mighty T-Rex was late last week on Look Around was because the show just decided not to go live. I'll give Jabo credit. He somehow managed to do a first here on the show, as I've never seen that happen and never seen it. Never had a problem this week. But Jabo somehow managed to go live, and without any copyright strikes, without any outside interference, the live stream just turned itself off. That's impressive, Jabo. But yes, Jabo did do a good job last week. So I would like to ask everybody who watched last week, tell Jason how well he did, because he really helped me out. I had my camp meeting last week. So that Jabo will be on the show a bit more on Look Around, because my camp has voted to meet every month now. So at least one Thursday a month, you will not be seeing me on Look Around. So everybody, please thank Jason, because we would have to cancel those shows if it wasn't for him. And Kentucky's here, Kentucky Division Commander. You are 36 minutes late, man. What were you doing? But he's probably like me and coming in from work. So, but I can't just let it go because it's Kyle. I love messing with the Kentucky Division Commander. He's a good friend and a good sport about it. But we are going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll get back. We're going to dive into the news. I think we've had a fun time just goofing off for a bit tonight. So as soon as I get the commercial kind of queued up, we'll take a break. You guys have Thursday meetings? I thought y'all met on Tuesday for some reason. I don't know why. Do not know why. Well, see, my camp meetings, we start at 7. Except for in the winter, we start at 6, but we'll still end at like 8. Even if it's just a fellowship meeting. We have a good time at the Samuel H. Poe camp. We are known for long meetings. We'll get to talking about something. In a business meeting, we'll go after it. We're all family. I think I've mentioned that on the show before. I'm related to 90% of my camp. And so we'll spend like the first 20 minutes like a family reunion and talking about our letting our visitors join in, talk about their childhood, and it's basically a big family. Even if you're not a family member of my camp, you're treated like one. So everybody talks, and then we get into business, and everybody will make sure everybody's opinions heard. And in fellowship meetings, which is just basically a get-together to have some fun, we did a trivia last Thursday. And my gosh, it was no holds barred. We asked some questions, some of which I actually stole from the show. So on our trivia. So the first Thursday. So that's why you don't. I don't see y'all on the first Thursday. That's good to know. For some reason, I thought it was the first Tuesday. I don't understand why, where that came from, but it happens. All right, but this commercial break is, of course, sponsored by scvchat.com. If you want to see our new favorite videos of the month are up right now, so go check them out. Watch the episodes, watch archived episodes, check out our store, check out just all the cool stuff we have. We have the list of SCV Chat Awards. We have news, which I'll be getting back into updating more. Links to the podcast, Commander's Comments, the Moosehead Book Club. Let's see here. And, of course, when National Reunion does come around, there is a tab for National Reunion updates. So make sure to go check all that out at scvchat.com. And, of course, you can help us in reclaiming the narrative 1 week at a time on Patreon. For $2.50 a month, you can feed a moose. For $10 a month, you can become a real chat head. And you get your name at the end of every SCV Chat episode and behind-the-scenes content. For $30 a month, you can get exclusive SCV Chat merchandise. While this is coming soon, this tier provides you with the only SCV Chat merchandise that me and Conroe do not have access to. So make sure to check that out. And as well, for $80 a month, you can sponsor the show, like our sponsor, Dr. Chris Cummins, MD, out of the upper Mississippi region. Have you fallen off a fence, stuck yourself in the eye, or dropped something pretty heavy on your foot recently? Well, have no fear. Dr. Chris Cummins is here, and he will treat you with some good Southern hospitality, make you feel well, and if you tweak your knee doing any of that stuff, he'll help you out there too. So make sure to go check out Dr. Chris Cummins in the upper Mississippi region. We will be right back after this Pop Talk break with the news.
There is a place nestled in the rolling farmland of southern Middle Tennessee. A home constructed in 1837, nearly lost to the ravages of war. Saved by a servant and a Confederate general. place where families loved and lost. If walls could talk, what stories could be told? If a place, a home, can feel love, loss, pain, surely this is one of those places. Nearby is a more recent structure, and inside are the stories of heroes and heroines, stories of battles won and lost, stories of sacrifices made by the people of its native soil. A place that will tell the true and complete story of the Southland and the war fought for its freedom. From the causes that led to the conflict to the modern-day struggles to protect Southern history. Historic Elm Springs and the Confederate Museum at Elm Springs are the general headquarters for the Sons of Confederate Veterans. A place where the story of the Southland and its historic struggle is preserved and told. Come and discover your history.
Y'all are lucky. I was trying to find the first picture of chat on me, on the chat Facebook page of me, because someone was like, "You look different." And I was like, "Yeah." I became an adult. I went from college to working and bills. Golly. Just got health insurance for the first time. Taxes. Those suck. Yeah, I went from worry-free, just, eating crap food to now I eat crap. Or no, luckily, I'm not going to lie. I'll go to my dad's house and my grandparents, and I will steal food with a smile on my face. But yeah, no, someone texted me that, and I was like, yeah, no, I'll see if I can find a picture and put them side by side. How chat has aged moves. Oh, that'd been great. Oh, well, but we do have some news to get into. Yes. Yeah. Well, I also grew facial hair, and I'll stay on that hill to the day I died, because I've told this story on the show before. The only thing me and Abe Lincoln have in common is we both were told by women that we were ugly without facial hair. And I'll never forget being told you're ugly without facial hair. It's a real shock to the system. And I ended up just really liking it. I am growing it out right now, getting ready for duck season, because I kind of go into a quiet recluse during December and January, where I kind of recharge my batteries in the woods. I'll spend a lot of time in the woods, and it'll be kind of hard to get in touch with me. You can ask my poor 5th Brigade councilman. Actually, you can't, because he hasn't experienced it yet. But if you're still watching, Keith, get ready, because whenever we have to talk, it is I feel bad for you. I felt bad for my aide de camp. Anytime there was a brigade issue and he had to contact me, I felt bad for him. Yeah, I'm all grown up and not wet behind the ears anymore, that's for sure. I still have a lot of learning to do about, of course, our history and our organization, but I know a lot more, and I've been through a lot. Gigi would never say that. Yeah, I do. It's because I'll tell everybody, you try not having a thick beard at 5 a.m. in 20-degree weather in the water. It sucks. So me and my dad both look like caveman in November and December. Normally it would actually already be grown out, but one of my oldest friends, my childhood friend, she got married last Saturday. And so I was growing it out, as y'all could see on the show, and I decided to trim it for a wedding. I actually had a long debate with myself if I was going to trim it for a wedding. But I decided that I'd rather not look homeless for a wedding. And so I even cut my hair and, of course, trimmed my beard. But I walked outside the next morning and was like, oh, gosh, it's so cold. But yeah, no longer a kid. I do look a bit more worn down now. That's a lot of sleepless nights and A lot of just going crazy, losing my sanity. Oh gosh, I actually have lost weight though. That's something you can't say. I was at my heaviest probably when I was in college, and I've lost some weight since then. So I'm not as big as I used to be. But our first bit of news actually comes from my camp. So the Samuel H. Poe Camp number 255 out of Wayne County, Mississippi, will be holding our inaugural Lee Jackson Spiritual Night, where we will have a Christian worship service, Christian music, a message, and it will be at 6 p.m. January 8th, 2026. Of course, again, this is sponsored by the Samuel H. Poe Camp 255 of the Sons of Confederate Veterans. If you want more information, you can contact my camp, basically me, at msscvcamp255@gmail.com. This event is being hosted at one of my camp members' houses, so you'll have to contact me for the information on how to get there. Didn't want to put that out. So, yes, my camp has never had a Lee Jackson banquet or night, and we're all farmers and didn't really know what we could do, and we were just kind of led to host a spiritual night. Worshiping the Lord seems like a great way to honor two very Christian men. So we're going to be having that in honor of General Robert E. Lee and Stonewall Jackson. So if you're in the Mississippi area and you just want to kind of come out, why don't you hit me up? I'll get you the information. Love to see you there. There will be small finger foods there, but we will not be having a lot of food. So you might want to grab a meal before you go to it. Because us Southern Baptists, we like to talk. Especially in my family, we like to talk. So I would advise to get some food before you come. All right. Next bit of news comes out of the Missouri Division's annual reunion, which will be March 27th through the 28th in Carthage, Missouri. This year's theme is Surrender is Not an Option. Save the date. Make sure to register now. And I'll tell everybody, I think everybody needs to try to go out to a Missouri Division event. I would recommend the reunion. I haven't got to go yet, but I got to attend one of their Christmas parties about a year or two ago now. It seems crazy to even say. It might have been last year even. But it was a great event ran by some great people. I love them to death. They're doing some great things out in Missouri. We actually got some news from them tonight that we'll be talking about. All right, the next event is the Army of Trans-Mississippi Field Day on a battlefield. It'll be April 18th, Saturday, 2026. This year's event will be returning to Mansfield Battle Park in Mansfield, Louisiana. This year's program will focus on the role of troops from Texas, Arkansas, and Missouri, as well as troops in the Red River Campaign. Make sure to plan this day celebrating our honorable history and heritage. Save the date. There will be speakers, food, fellowship, games, and music. So make sure to check them out. Let's see here. Last year, thank you, Commander. I don't know how y'all do it traveling. I don't travel nearly as much as y'all. And let me tell you, it runs together quickly. But it was last year, and I had a great time. And actually, you can ask our past commander-in-chief, because it was in December, so I had the full beard going. Didn't I look trashy? The thick beard is great when you are in a duck blind and in a deer stand. And just being a regular, I wear a cowboy hat most days, or my farm hat, t-shirt, jeans, and blue jeans. I don't look out of place in my hometown. We're all rednecks, including me, and I that title doesn't offend me. But I put on a suit, and I went to Missouri. I looked in the mirror that night and thought, oh my gosh, that is not a good look for me. And I actually have a picture with Gigi. And bless her heart, I hope we have I know we have a better picture together. But my gosh, I was like, she looks great, and I look like trash. Like, she picked me up behind the street put me in a suit and took me to this event. But yeah, you could ask the past commander in chief how I look without with my long beard. But talking about reunions, you need to check out the Tennessee Division reunion, April 17th through the 18th in Morristown Landing, Tennessee. So make sure to check that out. Registration is $65 a person. It is $75 after March 1st. Registration ends March 15th at midnight due to catering and capacity needs. There will be no on-site registration or late registration will be accepted. Must be postmarked by March 15th. There will be a tour at the Long Street Museum and so much more. And I kind of want to point out, we're after December and after the Lee Jacksons events in January. We will be picking up steam in the SCV as we're getting close to reunion season. And I want to remind everybody in the divisions, it's extremely important you attend your division reunions. And it's very important you try to go spend some time at other division reunions. That's how we share ideas, of course, and the importance of a national reunion. But it will be great to show up for those. I wouldn't say trashy, especially with a suit. I don't, as I said, I personally, it's just how thick the beard gets, and it only grows down here. It looks the same up here. So like my beard will be long. My hair is naturally curly. I have not found a way to straighten beard hair. So the hair will be curly. The mustache will go 6 different ways. The goatee is like a flower. I walk around like this. It's an interesting look. I feel bad for my brigade. Our brigade meeting's December 20th, and they're going to think they elected a caveman. My camp is used to it by now, so they won't feel any pressure. I'll trim it up for Christmas. I usually I don't shave it all off, but I do some trimming for Christmas to look good for Christmas. My family takes a lot of photos. Dad doesn't. Dad will go to a Christmas party and have the big, thick beard. As I said, I just don't like how I look dressed up either in a button-down and khakis or a suit with a long beard. It just does not work. And then in January, I'll have it halfway grown back, and I'll look rough for Lee Jackson. So when those pictures start coming out, y'all see. And, of course, you can go back and look at last year's episodes of Chat and see. But the General Robert Houghton 723 of the Sons of Confederate Veterans will be having a turkey shoot December 6th at the Wilson County Fairgrounds. Turkey, country ham, bacon, and money rounds. So for more information, go check out on Facebook the Hatton Camp SCV. Well, you're still the most sharp-dressed man in the SCV, Commander. You can pull it off. I cannot. Let's see here. I'm trying to get to my news section here. Let's see here. All right, there he is. So let me pull it up. General Hatton Camp Commander Tom Wood speaks at the General Hatton 199th birthday celebration and remembering his outstanding life of service. They had a great event. It was good to see how everything went for y'all. And let's see here. Come on. Aha. So the General Hatton Camp also has some news when it comes to their, let's see here. Coordinate with the State Museum and our local veterans museums to display 3 items related to General Hatton. So the first shown here is his field desk, silver cup, and cross that laid on his coffin. They have been in storage for many years at the State Museum. Hatton is our Hatton is sketched on the nameplate on top of the desk. Ooh, that's cool. So let me see if I can move some stuff around so you can see it better. But that is awesome. Yeah, the cross, the cup, and the chest. And I don't believe it stops there, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. So, by the generosity of General Hatton's great grandson, Mr. Robert, these personal artifacts of Hatton were recently sent also to Hatton Camp Commander Tom Wood. So that is his, let's see here, his Bible given to him by his wife before he left for the war, and is inscripted "For my husband," and the letter was written by him to Confederate Congress requesting their Tennessee regiment should be transferred from Virginia and returned to Tennessee to defend their home state. They will be displayed at our local Confederate Veteran Museum, and sometime next year presented to our National Confederate Museum. So that is awesome. I mean, just look at these artifacts. I mean, that's a good bit right there. I mean, you think about it. Look at that. That is awesome. Thank y'all. And thank you to the generosity. Good to see the Florida man in the chat. Good to see you. Let's see here. And now, I talked about them earlier, but installed and dedicated by the W.W. Hartsteel SCV Camp 314 out of Marshall, Texas. This is of course, for a U.S. Navy veteran. And of course, I have a special part in the Navy and for all who have served, but because of my family connections to the Navy, I will say go Navy. And that is an awesome donation. Thank y'all very much for y'all's hard work in honor of Mr. Smiley. Thank y'all for honoring this veteran, and keep up the great work, and make sure to share that around. It's a great deed that needs to be recognized. That's great work by Camp 314. Y'all keep it up over there in Texas. As I said, that camp is always on fire. So y'all keep it up. Next up, we do have something from Kentucky, where they are helping sponsor an event this Sunday, actually. So it will be Brewers 829 Super Fortress Crash 80th Anniversary Memorial Service. It is presented by the Marshall County Financial Court, the Kentucky Division of the Sons of Confederate Veterans, the Kentucky Patriot Guard Riders, Patriot of the Orphans Brigade, and the Marshall County Coroner's Office. Free admission. Please bring your own chairs. Rain or shine is associated with the Soldier Creek Church. No, not associated with Soldier Creek Church or Cemetery. It will, as I said, be in Benton, Kentucky. So make sure to show up and support that event. Let's see here. The next bit of news, I believe, takes us to Missouri with the Major Thomas R. Livingston Camp 2327 of Carthage, Missouri, installed and dedicated 3 military headstones in Fairview Cemetery in Missouri. The Confederate veterans they dedicated to are Private James Henry Brady of Company H, 8th Missouri Infantry, Private Robert Gillen Tyler, Battery, there it goes, Battery L, 1st Tennessee Heavy Artillery, and Private Henry Dottie, Company E, 2nd Kentucky Cavalry, also members of the Private Riley Crawford Camp 44 of Baxter Springs, Kansas, participated as the color guard. So there y'all are. And that seems like a good event right there. Look at the crowd. I mean, of the men that have helped put this on. Thank y'all. Thank y'all very much again. Glad to see these veterans getting their headstones and a place for people to come and show respect. Thank y'all so much for y'all's hard work there. And y'all keep it up. Y'all keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. But our next bit of news takes us to Missouri again. So, let's see here. The Missouri Division of the Sons of Confederate Veterans, with assistance with the Missouri Society of the Military Orders and Stars and Bars, dedicated a memorial stone in Riverview Cemetery, Jefferson City, Missouri. So let's take this away and show y'all the whole stone, which they dedicated to. I believe the flat stone is what they are referring to, putting up together and dedicating. So thank y'all. That is two organizations coming together again in today's climate. We all have to be working together. So thank y'all very, very much for doing that. And keep it up. A lot of great stuff happening in the SCV right now. Just saying. All right. So I have to make sure to have this pulled up because there's this last bit of news takes us back to, I believe, Tennessee. Yes. So let me pull it up. This is going to take a second. I have to switch between slides here. This is coming from the John R. Macy Camp 152. They had a booth at the Fayetteville host of the Christmas Past today and participated in the cemetery's stroll. They had several people interested in the SCV. And let's see here. I believe they have a quote here, and I'm trying to find it. Camp Commander James Patterson of, again, the John R. Macy Camp R152 said John R. Macy and Frank Burroughs and William Pickett were all excluded by the Union Army under the command, are all executed by the Union Army under the command of Provost Marshal General Payne in Fayetteville, Tennessee. As these men stood to be executed, Pickett and Burroughs fell to their knees praying. Macy grabbed them and pulled them up, saying, "Kneel to God, but never to dogs like these." Local Confederate heroine, Miss Godrich, had their bodies taken to her store on the west side of the square. The next morning, they were buried in their family plot in the Old City Cemetery. The Tennessee House of Representatives issued a proclamation making June 15th, 2024, a day of remembering Mr. John R. Macy. And I believe I have another picture here, and I'll take this away so you can see it a bit better. Let me pull it up, and it's almost there. Give it some time. There we go. And this is the grave marker for Mr. John Robertson Macy. So I want to thank y'all men for the good work y'all are doing over there, and keep it up, gentlemen. Keep it up. Been a great episode, I think. And we're going to close it off from the Mississippi Division now. So the last bit of news today comes from the Mississippi Division, and it is the Mississippi Division Recruit and Retain Seminar. And let's pull up the thing. It will be this Saturday, November 22nd. It will be at the Mississippi SCV headquarters. Join us for a recruiting and retention seminar focusing on strengthening our division through effective growth and engagement strategies. Featured speakers are Philip Maynard, commander of the Red Diamond Camp in Texas, and past Commander-in-Chief Paul Gramlin. And the seminar will provide valuable insights, provide methods, and new motivation to help us continue our important work. This event is being headed by our First Lieutenant Division Commander, Terry Arthur. So thank you all for tuning in tonight. That is the last bit of news. Let's see here. Yeah, no, I'm happy everybody gets to come and check out the Mississippi headquarters. We take a lot of pride in our headquarters here in Mississippi, and so I cannot wait to see y'all there. Let me know if anybody needs anything, And, of course, make sure to send in your news and stuff. So we will kind of be getting ready to close the show out now. Let me pull everything up. So make sure to share this episode out and tune in Monday at 7 p.m. Confederate Standard Time for your weekly episode of SCV Chat. And remember to send your pictures, short videos, and write-ups to scyouthoutreach@gmail.com, and you'll be featured on the upcoming episode of Look Around the Confederation. I have been your host for the evening, Moose, and I want to thank you all for watching. I want to thank our Patreon members, and I will see y'all Monday. So y'all keep it up, the great work, and forward the cause, and honor the Confederate soldier. And that's it. Thank y'all. Have a blessed day. And remember, my friends, to stay Southern. Good night, everybody.